he couldn't hardly find the words. I thought you were making him nervous out there.
I was like, dang, that's what.
Well, Brenden, welcome back. How does it feel to be back?
Man, it feels good to be back. Just getting back into the football element. I missed it for a little while, but I was blessed with another opportunity to come out here and play. So when you have another opportunity like that, you gotta take it. So
has it changed your mentality at all, having that opportunity again?
I just think that it brings a sense of gratitude. A lot of coaches on the staff, they talk about when you're done playing football, you're done. And so like when I said that I was done and I had another opportunity to come back and play, I kind of put it into perspective. Just a lot of people would die for the opportunity to come out here and play again, and I knew that I would regret it at the end. So I decided to come back out here and play.
What changed from when you first decided not to come back to when that flipped for you and you wanted to be here for another season? What factors led into that?
It was just kind of a lot of things. We had been discussing me coming back all last year, half the season, the back end of it. And, my whole mindset was, if Sincere was going to come back, I didn't really feel the need for me to come back. I did my time here and contributed the way that I thought was good. And so I was content with that. And so when Sincere declared that he was going to not be in the bowl game and that he was going to, declare for the draft, that kind of shook things up a little bit because I had already kind of made up my mind at that point. And so I wasn't too sure at the time, but I ended up sticking with my decision. And then later on down the road, Coach Turley, he actually went to my high school and recruited. And my mom works in the athletic department over there. And so, obviously he talked to my high school coaches and he talked to my mom and, was just saying that he wasn't going to give up on me coming back. And so he called me a little bit after that and was just basically talking to me saying, he wants me to come back. He thinks that I could add some value to the program. And he really, missed what I had to offer. And so whenever the injuries happened in the spring to, Kadrick Cobbs and Jalen Lott and all those kids, those guys, it was kind of like the running back room had a little shakeup, and the depth wasn't really there when there was going to be people out. And so I was just kind of after my time off, I kind of just put things in perspective, like I said. And he called me with the opportunity, and I was like, I'm going to regret this if I don't play, and I'm going to regret if I can't come in and help the team. And that opportunity presented itself, so I just had to jump on it.
Was it a hard decision for you to decide to come in?
At the beginning when I decided whether I was going to come back or not, it was really tough because I was just like, I don't know what am I going to be able to do. But after that, and Coach Trailer had reached out again, and I had that time away, and I was just reflecting during that time. It was kind of a no-brainer when he reached out saying that he still wanted me to come back. I couldn't tell him no twice. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, it wasn't that difficult the second time around.
Did you take a tour of the facility and see if you had
I told him, I was like, what, since I'm done here, I'm new, you don't have to take me on another official visit, right? Nah, I'm just kidding. That steak was good though. But no, it was just like I was back at home again. You know what I mean? You just took a little vacation, now you're back. Obviously, I wasn't thinking of it as vacation. I was done. I was good. But, so whenever I talked to him and he called me and I decided I was going to come back, I immediately started working out 5 days a week, getting back in shape so that way when I got here in the summer, I wasn't behind. The summer was good, and now we're in fall camp, and I'm enjoying that, just being back out there in a full season of football.
I was going to ask, did you take a couple months off your normal workout routine after the season, or was it a process to get back into it to that level?
So obviously I had been dealing with the forearm injury and things like that, and so after football I had some money saved up to pay for my rent, so I didn't look for a job right out. I was just kind of relaxed and just letting my body heal before I decided to even look for a job or whatever. And so I was just kind of relaxed, and I was obviously working out still, just not as much, because going from working out every single day of your life to just nothing is kind of hard. Even when you're bored, you just want to kind of go get some cardio in, or just a quick lift just to get a little pump in. So I was doing stuff here and there, but nothing crazy. And then when I decided to come back, that's when I really started putting the work in and consistency in again.
I remember at the bowl game you mentioned that with all the injuries, your career hadn't always played out the way you had wanted it to. Do you feel like this is, a chance to have the season that you always wanted to have, or how are you envisioning it in that sense?
God willing. I can't really control the injuries. I can just control what I can do out there each and every single day. The forearm injury was kind of, just a freak accident. Same with my ankle. It's not really something that you can really control. Because you're just going for a cut block, you're just expecting to cut him. But when you cut him, and your arm matches up perfectly with his kneecap, and that's just what happens. You know what I mean? So I'm praying I stay healthy, and if I stay healthy, I'm just gonna bring whatever I can to the team to help us, win.
Is it easy enough to step right back into a leadership role, or is that part a little bit different after a couple months away?
These are the same guys, and so they still know me. They know what I bring to the table. They know what I try to bring to the table. And I think that they respect me, and I really appreciate that because, leadership is about respect. So to earn their respect and to earn the new guys' respect is definitely something that I'm trying to do right now. And so it's definitely, missing a spring, it's kind of hard because they had a whole couple months without going through that and without hearing me and seeing me and all those things. So stepping back into it, it was a little difficult, but you just got to go with the punches, roll with it, and try to fit back in the best you can.
What were the day one vibes like out there today for you and the team?
Man, it was fun. Just being out there with your teammates again, going full speed, doing football stuff that you love to do, especially with your teammates. Coming off of last season, we just want to be able to be the best we can be this season. And we don't want to be, the one-hit wonder. We don't want people to think that it was a fluke and that we are capable. And so this fall camp is really important for us because it's really going to establish how we're going to go into the 22 season.
So is there any new feel to walking out there as the defending conference champions and you're the favorite again this year? Do you practice any differently, kind of with that aura around you, or?
No, you practice the same every single day. You don't get to where we were at last year by thinking we're the stuff, because we really weren't. We came off of a 7-5 year before that, so we were just like, we got something to prove. But it wasn't to prove other people; it was to prove ourselves. That we've had the talent, we've had the capability all along. We just had to put the pieces together. And so now we're putting that season behind us. Yeah, we're the champions, but that really doesn't matter now because there's got to be a new champion this year. And hopefully it's us again, but we have a lot to do. We have a lot to work on, and this fall camp is really important for us going into a big game week 1. But it's not about Houston, it's about us. So how well can we get between now and that game?
Brenden, there's 2 new backs here from when you were here last. What's your kind of review of those 2 new guys, Trey and Ty?
So I watched a little bit of Ty in the spring, just from afar as a fan. He's a big body. He's good. He runs downhill. He gets his pad north and south. And I think that he'll bring a really physical element to the run game. And I watched a little bit of Traylen's film from Arkansas, just so I could know who was coming in. And he's a pretty good back. What he did in the SEC was huge because the SEC ain't no joke. And sure, he might be a bit smaller back, but his heart's there. And when you got the heart, you play bigger than you are, and that's important. And so what he brings is a sense of quickness and just that burst and that explosiveness to the room. And so that'll definitely help us.
Any pressure trying to fill the production void left by your friend Sincere McCormick in that room? I mean, how do you guys go about trying to attack that?
Just playing our game. We can't pretend to be anybody else. Just like last year, Sincere had a different element to the game than I had, and I brought something different than he had. So, I feel like we just really got to complement each other to bring the room together as a whole, and I feel like that's where we're headed right now.
Brenden, what's up with Roadrunner washing? How did this come together?
It was just an idea we had. Me, Miles, and Kadari, we just wanted to go out and do something for the community and ultimately get a business idea out there. So that was something we had talked about even before the season ended, and we wanted to be business owners. We wanted to start something that was ours and something that we could maintain ourselves and something that we could grow ourselves. So that was important for us, and so we're not where we want to be yet, but that takes time. Businesses don't just grow up overnight, but so the San Antonio community has really backed us and supported us, and that's where the majority of our growth has come from. Is the support from Rail Runner Nation, basically.
So you have a vision to keep growing it, or is it just a way to make some cash in the interim?
Oh, for sure. So we're in a process right now of trying to expand and get commercial jobs and things like that, so that way we can hire other people. Because we don't have a lot of time right now to do the jobs ourselves. But the good thing about our business is that there's no overhead. So if we really wanted to stop it and just continue it in the future, we could. So that's where we're headed right now, just to get other people jobs. And be kind of more passive as of now until we get more time to be more hands-on again. So yeah, that's where we're headed right now.
How's it been received by the fans and just kind of everyone else?
Oh,
Seems
they-
like pretty
they love
supportive.
it.
Yeah.
They love it. They love anything UTSA Roadrunner.
Yeah.
You know, it's awesome. You know, the support we've got. Our biggest followings on Twitter. You know, word of mouth on Twitter is huge. Just people resharing and things like that. So it's important for us. But we really appreciate how the 2-0s backed us. And it's kind of cool to see after you graduate and after football's over that there's people that still care about you out there and want to support you. So I feel like that's cool. It's really important.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Brenden.
man.
Appreciate it.